I felt that I'm itchy. I am so itchy. And I'm now itchy everywhere wherein I've got hair. Like it's, yeah.
So you've got hair down there.
Where? Where?
Because I thought, Nami, you see my hair, I've got hair everywhere. So you're saying you're itchy?
No, I've got hair even here on my thighs and
Yeah.
everywhere. And so they're itchy, yes.
Okay, yes, continue.
So, every day
Baby.
and every
Baby, wait. Before you cheaper yourself, these microphones, provided by Sense Studios, they are very good microphones, baby. They are very good. They will not even, Makazi. She uses that auto-tune, like, and other people as well.
Yeah.
So this one, it's not auto-tuned, this one. This one, do you as you are. So please, baby.
So are you trying to say that my voice is bad?
Emoshi. Like, let people think when you are a good singer, the way you speak, but voice is
healing, it's
healing.
eh?
But the moment you do other things, baby,
Okay, cut. Rewind. That was not the real me. Here is the real me. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Ndivhu and Pastor Bay. I am Ndivhu, and right next to me, it is Pastor Bay. And kindly note that this video is sponsored by Scent Studios. What a beautiful studio. We've got an aircon there. We've got some producers, some sound engineer.
You were the one who was saying,
yeah, Jesus.
Okay,
ladies and gentlemen.
Where I'm seated, I'm even feeling hot, Batung. Like, very hot. Scent Studio. Scent Studio has not.
But baby, tomorrow 7 a.m. there will be an aircon.
Okay, yeah, it's fine, but it's not here yet.
Nah, but by the time they're watching it, the aircon will be there.
Okay, I know. Definitely.
And so today it is
aircon.
You must see it in spirit first, baby, before it manifests.
Okay, so whenever you lie to people, going around lying, you must just say, no, it's spirit. It's spirit. You're speaking positivity. You're speaking, Christians. Hey, Christians, talk, man. Like, you see someone lying. I'm healed when they are not healed.
Baby,
Jesus.
it's faith. What is faith, Kant?
Okay, I know it's the substance. So substance, they are one LG lapo. Must quick in the
LG, the one that we're getting.
And that's.
Yeah, they will bring some Chinese stuff, eh?
We will see.
As long as it gets cold.
As long as it gets cold and it gets hot when we need it to be hot.
Maybe it's cheap, so it's fine.
Okay,
and I wanted to ask you a question. Who is God to you?
Who is God to me? I think Umdali was Zulu nomhlaba, Like for me, it's when I think about God, I think something deeper. I think about my existence alone. When I think of my existence, I see God. Or God, without I don't call God a higher power. I don't dare do that. And I don't call God like with the specific names. For me, God is God. But what I'm trying to get to, the point that I'm trying to define, or when I look at everything around me, I believe that there is a God somewhere. When I look at who I am, the things that I go through, like the things that I pray for, and I see them materializing, I get to see ukuthi there is God, or there is a power that is at work, And for me, I have chosen and I've decided in my heart that is God. That's who God is to me.
And what has he, what is one thing that you can, physically point at and said, there is no way that could have been had it not been for the Lord?
It's me, baby. It sounds like
cliche.
Not cliche. What is cliche, baby? Because I can see ukuthi
yeah, baby. I hear people saying that it's it's a cliche.
Okay,
so I'm just
know.
saying it because it's a.
I can see, but I think with my existence, as I've said, when I look at myself, when I look at the things that I go through on a day-to-day basis,
I want that one thing that you go through, baby. Existence is everybody is existing, everybody is here, everybody is whether they believe in God.
Baby, even those ones that are existing, some of them praise certain things that make them to exist. Some of them look at their lives and give thanks to certain things. But for me, I look at my life and give thanks to God. Or if I look at just the ability to do certain things that are not particularly normal. You just get. I'm struggling to put it in words. Let's say, for instance, I know I cannot put it in words, man. Kuri, that's how that's how deep it is, for me.
Spiritual people.
It's spiritual. So for me, I feel that, hence I said my existence. And the reason why, and I'm not just struggling to put it in words. The point is that I find it hard to define Uguti, this is God to me on the basis of what I believe he is to me. Or when I look at myself, just by looking at myself, when I wake up in the morning and look at myself in the mirror, I say every single day, it can only be God.
Yeah.
For me to be able to breathe without knowing the source of my breath, without, you're itchy way. Scratch when. That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah. So before you rudely interrupted me, I think I've said enough. Hey, give vale. When out in.
With me, I understand you when you say you can't explain it, because I also struggle to explain it. But if I can maybe make an example of the things that I've went through and that I would say it's God, I would say also meeting you. It's, for me, it's a proof enough that God is indeed alive, because when I met you, I had no idea that my life was about to just take a U-turn that I did not see coming. What is it, baby?
In what sense?
In a sense that I met you, right? And if you remember very well, even the friends that I had then, they were not in support of our relationship. And they said you were a player. And I only got to find out 13 years later that they were right. And unfortunately, the friendship, it's gone, right? If there's one person that can shut my husband up, it is me. Ne? So, when I met you, I felt that, I'm itchy. I am so itchy. And I'm now itchy everywhere wherein I've got hair. Like it's, yeah.
So you've got hair down there?
Where?
Because I thought, Nami, you see my hair, I've got hair everywhere. So you're saying you're itchy?
No, I've got hair even here on my thighs and everywhere. So they're itchy, yes.
Okay, yes, continue.
So when we met, I would say it was a supernatural thing. The fact that we met, we were so young. 4 months later, you engage me. 4 months later, you marry me, ne? And then jiggy, you get close to my mom, and jiggy, she dies. And my whole family turns their back on me. And guess who was there? The guy. Whom also the pastors had said that, because remember when we told them that we married, there was sort of like that thing of, you know what, actually, if you just go divorce, we can forget about this whole thing, because nobody knows that you guys are married. For those who don't know, we got married without anybody knowing. So, but we endured. Even when your mom called and said, let's do things the right way. Let's rewind everything. Let's start afresh. And you said no. And even when they disowned you and they said, we're no longer going to support you, and you were like, I have my family, and your family, you meant me alone, And then jiggy, my mom passes away. My father turns his back on me. My mother's siblings turns their back on me. My mother's mother turns her back on me just because of what my mother owned, and they wanted it for themselves, And guess who steps in to be now the provider, to be the protector, to be like my savior in a way. That was the guy that was too young to even get married, because he was 21. And then he had to take me and my brother as his children, on top of it as a wife again, because now he had to solely be the only breadwinner in the family, as young as he was. And you look at your life and you're like, even I'm sure how your friends knew you as, they'll be like, there's no way that this guy can hold a family. And I mean, you were just dating a girl from church. You married. Now you've got her and you've got the brother. You now have a child, who is my brother. And you did such an amazing job. For me, I see God in that. Also, the struggles that we have faced, the money that we once found in water. I don't want to get into the story because people won't believe it. But yeah, there was a time when we were short of 1.1 and we found it in the water when I was doing the laundry. Such things, like I get to see God. There are many times wherein Theo was sick when we didn't have the medical aid, or it was exhausted. And the only thing that we can depend on was prayer. And the child would be fine, So I get to see God in that. Even when I just look at my life, I mean, this year, we are still in the year 2023. This is the last day of the year, even though you're going to be watching it in 2024. I mean, our firstborn just graduated. For me, I looked at it and I see God's blessing. And I ask myself, had he not brought you in my life, what would have happened? Where would I have went? Do you understand? Because I mean, realistically speaking, I was supposed to have been a hobo. I should have stayed on the street or maybe found an orphanage home had it not been for you, because nobody wanted us. Nobody cared.
Yeah, I hear you. The only thing is that I need to put a spanner in the works. That God has got a plan for everybody's life, right? And maybe you are right, maybe you're wrong in terms of maybe being a hobo. Or if it was not for me, maybe it
there
could
would
have been
another
another
savior.
person,
Yeah.
So I get that. But going back to the point of who is God to all of us, I want to believe Uguti, this thing is it's a choice at the end of the day. You either credit whoever for your own blessing, but for us who believe that God is part of our lives and who put our faith in God, we then choose to associate our progress and our well-being and our livelihood to God. We credit it to God, and somebody else can credit it to whichever power that they see fit. But I believe that it's a choice. So if you say that you have got me to credit for God, I mean, you've got you can credit my existence in your life to God. Somebody else can choose to say, or I'm crediting this particular moments in my life to this specific power. So I'm just saying that for anybody else that will come out and say, or no, but that is not a symbol of God,
Yeah.
that you can. I mean, there's no force around it. You're not forced to credit your livelihood or your life to God. It's not it's a choice.
Yeah,
man.
it's a choice, and I think it comes down to who do you believe in.
Exactly.
And I think if you were to know everything that we had to go through as a couple, you would understand that we shouldn't be sitting here together at all. We should actually just be co-parenting. Actually, even the kids shouldn't even be here.
Yeah, definitely.
If we check everything that we had went through. I mean, there was a time wherein you would stand by the door begging me not to take my life because I want to commit suicide. You would have to beg me. And I remember there was a day, I think actually that must have been maybe the last time, wherein I said that I'm taking my life and you said, go, do it, go for it. And I had written a letter and you said, you're taking that letter, you're going to show it to my mom. I was so embarrassed. And that's when I realized that I actually want to leave. But, and sometimes we do things because we want to be begged. You want a person to say, oh, no, don't do it. But, honestly speaking, when I look at my life, even just being the person that I am today, it can only be God. We're talking about the person that moved from Limpopo to Gauteng to go to tertiary institutions, and I've went to more than 3 of them, and I have nothing to show for it on that one, because I kept fainting. I had panic attacks. I had 1, 2, 3. Like, it was just not, like, I'm sure even people that saw me back then were like, she's not going to amount to anything. And I would also understand why maybe some of your family members as well were like, when you married me, like, did you not see the doctors? Did you not see the engineers? Because I was nothing. I had nothing. There was nothing that would say, you couldn't even say she's ambitious, because I was not. If I was being ambitious, it would be me saying that I want to be a receptionist and I want to earn 5,000 rand. That was me. But you look at me today, it's a whole 360 10.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. It can only be God as far as we are concerned. So, yeah, but I think, is that what you wanted to know? Is that what you wanted to talk about? Or you have switched your topics?
Now I forgot. I actually forgot the real topic that I wanted to talk about.
Okay, I know.
But I think it's also just a good thing to just talk about, because it's the last day of the year. You get to think back. You get to want to do better next time and all those things, yeah.
No, most definitely. From Ndivhu and Pastor Bay, Siyabonga. Before we even close it off, Sun Studio is a very beautiful place. It's a very beautiful place because we get to even have water that is branded by Sun Studio. You see, like black or white, you choose.
And we also have smaller ones.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
So Sun Studio is doing them things, So until next time, from Ndivhu and Pastor Bay, Siyabonga. Goodbye.
Yes,
Salute.
and before we go, if you want to brand yourself, you want to brand whatever for your company and whatever, Cheese Africa is the one that actually they are the ones that we work with. They brand
that Sun Studio works with.
Oh, that Sun Studio works with. Okay. But I also personally, because even now I'm branding Ethan's water.
Yeah, definitely.
So they've done our T-shirts. If you have seen them or you've seen us wearing them, they've done our T-shirts, the car stickers, the magnet stickers, a whole lot of stuff, So you can definitely contact them. And they're the ones also that branded our water, Ndivhu and Pastor Bay, that are in the cupboard. So yeah, you can contact them for that.
Goodbye.
Bye.